Imagine being born into slavery, then rising to become the most famous cowboy in the Wild West. This isn't a movie. This isn't fiction. This is the true story of Nat Love, the man they called Deadwood Dick, a boy who went from picking cotton to riding with legends, who won every cowboy contest he entered and rewrote the story of the American West forever. But his journey wasn't just about horses and gunfights. It was about freedom, identity, and a man determined to prove that courage has no color. Nat Love was born in 1854 in Tennessee, a slave child who dreamed of open skies. When the Civil War ended, freedom came. But life was still a struggle. One day, his father told him, "Son, if you want to be free, go where the land never ends." So, at just 15 years old, Nat saddled up and rode west, alone. He found work in Dodge City, Kansas, the heart of the Wild West, a place ruled by dust, whiskey, and bullets. There, surrounded by men twice his size and 10 times his arrogance, Nat had to earn respect the hard way. And he did, not with words, but with skill. He could rope a steer in seconds, break wild horses bareback, and hit a target on the run. Soon, the white cowboys gave him a nickname, Red River Dick. It was the first time anyone called him equal. The year was 1876. The gold rush had turned Deadwood, South Dakota, into a city of fortune, fire, and fame. On July 4th, the town hosted a rodeo showdown, riding, roping, shooting, with hundreds watching. Nat Love entered every event. They laughed at first. A black cowboy competing against the best? But when the dust settled, no one was laughing. He won every single contest. The crowd roared his name and crowned him Deadwood Dick, after a famous dime novel hero. That day, Nat Love became a legend, but legends don't live easy. Fame made him a target, from rustlers, racists, and rivals who couldn't stand a black man becoming a symbol of the Wild West. And one night, they came for him. Nat Love's life wasn't all glory. He faced gunfights, betrayal, and heartbreak on the frontier. In Arizona, he was captured by the Pima Indians, held for days before escaping on a stolen horse. He lost friends to ambushes, and often slept under the stars with only his revolver for company. But what haunted him most wasn't danger. It was invisibility, because even after all he'd done, the stories of the West erased men like him. Black cowboys made up nearly 1 in 4 on the range, but history barely remembered their names. That's why, years later, Nat picked up a pen and wrote his story. He wanted the world to know the truth. In 1907, Nat Love published his autobiography, The Life and Adventures of Nat Love, better known in the cattle country as Deadwood Dick, by himself. He told his story, his way, from slavery to saddle, from ropes to rails. By then, the cowboy era was ending. But Nat's spirit never did. He spent his final years in Los Angeles working as a Pullman porter, still wearing his cowboy hat wherever he went. And when he passed away in 1921, the West lost one of its greatest and most overlooked heroes. Today, his name rides again, not in dime novels but in truth. Because Nat Love wasn't just a cowboy. He was proof that freedom isn't given. It's ridden for. If you believe stories like this deserve to be remembered, hit subscribe, share this video, and help us keep legends like Nat Love alive.